Hello everyone and welcome to our latest sponsored crazy challenge made of course by our dearest friend Mr. the Dreamer himself. Welcome everyone to the Mad Max challenge in automation game. Yes my friends, we are back with a crazy sponsored challenge. And of course, to participate in this challenge for a chance to win this brilliant car that you are seeing in front of you, which is called the Marina Mad Max Tune, what you need to do is, of course, you need to create and to submit your own awesome car in automation game to my Discord page, the link in the description below, using, of course, all the given rules without breaking any single one of them for a chance to win this awesome card for your Beam Engine Drive game so you can drive it and have so much fun with it. And of course, the rules are very simple. Just follow all the rules, create something amazing and submit it before the deadline and you are set, my friend. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about or what Mad Max theme is, well, let's say the world went into an apocalyptic era. Let's say we are living in a post-apocalyptic era, basically open desert, no civilization, shortage of fuel, water, and no more governments and no more nothing, no rules basically. You and your machine, you and your car to protect yourself and to protect your loved ones in a very dangerous open desert, of course, in very harsh climates, and again shortage of everything. So what you need to do is, of course, you need to create a machine that can help you survive all of this and of course be safe and to defend yourself and maybe to attack people. And basically you need to build a machine that you can live in, you need to use to live in these harsh post-apocalyptic, of course, era or place. So of course the rules are very straightforward. Just follow all the rules and you can create something absolutely very awesome. So the rules are very simple. Let's start with the most important rule, which is of course the production year, which is 1982. Moving of course with the next rule, which is the quality sliders. They are allowed, but you can go only -5 up to +5. And then of course you have the chassis type. You can use any chassis type you want. Body panels or body material, you can use any body material you want, but no fiberglass. And then of course you have the engine placement, the suspension type, and of course the engine type itself. All of these three you can use any option you want. Moving on with the block material, the cylinder head material, also any option you want. As Valvetrain, internals, all of these things you can use anything you want. Basically any engine, you find it, you stick it in your car. If it works, job done. That's it. All right. And of course, let's move on with the next step, which is of course the aspiration. Well, of course, using a naturally aspirated engine is of course the go-to engine, which is simple and nothing will less things that will break on this engine. But of course you can go with a turbo setup, with a twin turbo setup or a single turbo setup. But of course, being a post-apocalyptic era, you won't really find the best turbos. I mean, if you find the turbo, that will be a miracle. But let's say you found a turbo, it will be actually like you need to use only journal bearings turbo, no ball bearings, only journal bearings. Which means, of course, some some turbo lag actually is allowed, so don't worry about that. Don't give me something extremely laggy, no, but some lag is allowed, so don't worry about that. Moving on with the fuel system, well, my friend, being a post-apocalyptic era, you won't really find any sensors or computers to read your ECU if something broke, so you need to use mechanical stuff, basically carburation, which means no fuel injection at all, nothing, no fuel injection at all, only carburetors, any type of carburetor, any option you want, but no fuel injection. The next bit is of course race parts, basically race intake or race exhaust. No, you can't use any race parts. I mean, where will you find race parts after the apocalypse happen? Where? It's impossible. So basically any part you find, you bolt it on and that's it. So no race parts. Moving on with the next bit, which is the fuel. This is very important, guys, because at these difficult times fuel is very short. So basically any fuel you find, it needs to work. So basically it will be very low quality, it will be very dirty. So the only option in this challenge is low quality 85 octane fuel. That's it, no more, no less than that. 85 octane fuel, that's it, because that's the only option. Any fuel just to keep your car running. So yes, that's your only option. The next step, of course, is the catalytic converter. No, we don't need catalytic converters because who cares about the environment? Seriously, who cares about the environment at those times? Who cares if your car is smoking or running rich or lean? If you need the engine to keep you happy, to keep you safe, and to run. So make sure your engine is running well, and you don't need catalytic converters at all, or oxygen sensors, or any of that nonsense. Just a running engine, that's fine. The next bit is mufflers, also a very important point, because there will be times that you will drive close to enemy territory and you don't want them to hear your car. You don't want to drive an open exhaust engine, a screamer engine. No. So you need to use at least one muffler to protect yourself and to keep your car actually a little bit quiet. I'm not asking you to build me a Rolls-Royce quiet engine, no, but at the same time not an open exhaust race system. No, you need to use at least one muffler, any muffler. The next bit is the drivetrain, which is important. You need to use only all-wheel drive or 4x4, which is extremely recommended for the track that you are going to use, or the map that you are going to do the test on. So make sure to use all-wheel drive or 4x4. You can use wheel drive if you want, but you will lose, or you will lose badly. So it's your choice, but recommended all-wheel drive and 4x4. Yes. Moving on with the next step, which is the gearbox. Well, you can use any gearbox you want. Well, then the differentials, you can use only lockable differentials or limited slip diff. No open diffs, my friend. The next step is, of course, tires. Also very important because you can use only chunky off-road tires or hard long life tires. Basically, chunky off-roads or cheap hard long life tires, because where will you find sport tires or race slick tires? And how will you use them? For example, if you are driving in a forest or on the desert dunes, or on gravel, these tires will be punctured immediately. So you need something tough that will keep you going and going and going. So chunky off-roads or hard long life tires only. The next step, of course, is the brakes. You can use any brakes option you want. And then, of course, the aerodynamics. Well, aerodynamics don't really matter in this challenge, but if you are going crazy with the downforce, you can use only one wing max. If I see more than one wing, the whole car will get disqualified, because I've seen people in the past doing some crazy hidden wing magic. They are hiding tons of wings under the hood or in the trunk or something. If I see that, the whole thing will get disqualified. And now, of course, let's move on with the heating, or not the heating, sorry, the cooling, because cooling is important. You don't want an overheating engine. You don't want your engine to explode from overheating. So make sure your car is not overheating. Any car that will overheat in BeamNG, it will get disqualified immediately. And then, of course, let's move on with the interior. You can use absolutely any interior option you want, any seat count you want, any entertainment option you want. Well, to be honest, why would you want an entertainment system? All the radio stations are down, no radio stations. You can use a CD radio, yes, but you don't need like a regular stereo. Why would you need a stereo? There won't be any radio stations, there's no internet connection, you won't find CDs. You might find some cassettes, but why would you want to blast music and the enemy can hear you? That doesn't make any sense. But it's your choice. You can use any option you want in the entertainment area. And then, of course, you have power steering area, which is you can use anything you want. Safety, the safety. Well, this is important because you need some sort of seat belt, lap belt, or a regular seat belt. So you can't use the none option, but you can use any option else, any other option you want, like a roll cage, a harness, whatever, but no none option. Now, of course, the suspension tune. Well, because we are going to drive the car on gravel or in a forest or on dunes, you need to have a good ground clearance. But at the same time, we are not building a Range Rover, we are not building a monster truck. The suspension needs to be sporty at the same time, the car needs to handle well, and of course you need to have at least 5 comfort points. 5 at least comfort points. Any less than 5, the whole thing will get disqualified. And then, of course, the next step, which is, of course, the total budget. Well, my friend, you have a total budget of $20,000 max. That's your maximum budget. And now, of course, the next step is, which is new actually, the service cost. Well, my friend, you need to build something reliable, like really reliable, because you don't want to spend all of your time searching for parts, searching for scrap metal to fix your car, so your car needs to be reliable, which means the service cost needs to be low, which means, of course, your limit, the maximum limit for the service cost is $1,000 max. Any car with more than that, it will get disqualified immediately, so be careful with that. The next step, which is also very, very important, which is fuel economy. As I mentioned earlier, fuel is short. Where will you find fuel? Right? It's impossible. Like, you really need to search very, very well. So you need to build something also somewhat fuel efficient. I'm not asking you to build a Prius, no, but at the same time, you don't want your car to empty its tanks like after 3 minutes. So make sure your car has at least 12 US mpg at least. Any car thirstier than that, it will get disqualified. So make sure you have 12 at least. The next step, which is like super important, which is the looks. Yes. Well, my friend, you need to build me something like immediately, like super out of the Mad Max catalog. Seriously, you need to build me a serious car that is ready to be in a Mad Max movie. If you haven't seen the movie yet, really watch it, because it's an amazing movie. It's super awesome, it's super fun. So watch it, get inspired, and if you already watched the movie, Google Mad Max cars and of course get inspired, copy them, or create something on your own that is super and ready to go on the movie itself, because the cars in the movie are just amazing. Crazy amount of details, crazy kind of modifications, the crazy engine, and like crazy in every single way. So yeah, give me something from that. Don't give me something regular. Any car that looks regular or any car that doesn't belong in a Mad Max movie, it will get disqualified. Even if you follow all the rules, even if you haven't broken any rules, if the car doesn't look the part, it will get disqualified immediately. And as always, cars with more details, they will get stars, which means they will be tested immediately in the testing stream. So make sure your car looks amazing. And of course, the final point in this challenge, which is of course the TCP, or the total category points. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, the TCP is a system that I invented myself, or the total category points, which will tell me how good your car is in automation. Basically, you need to calculate individual categories, add the numbers together, and you will get your TCP number. And of course, the selected categories in this challenge are drivability, sport, safety, off-road, fuel economy, which is US mpg, and reliability. With these 6 points, add those numbers all together and you will get your TCP number, which will tell me how good your car is in automation game. All right, and these basically are all the rules. And now, of course, let's talk about the deadline. As always, you have a full week to create and to submit your car on my Discord, the link in the description below. Now, today actually is the 3rd of February, which means you have up until the 10th of February 2021, 6 p.m. plus 3 GMT time, because that's my local time. Make sure to submit your .car file on my Discord before the deadline, and you are set and ready to go. Make sure you follow all the rules and everything will be absolutely super. And you are set. Basically, those are all the rules. So that's pretty much it, my friends. Tell me what you think about this challenge in the comment section below. And of course, if you have any question, you can ask me directly on my Discord. You can ask Mr. The Dreamer also on my Discord, and both of us will answer you, or one of us also will answer you. So if you have any question, don't worry, ask us and we will of course answer you. And that's pretty much it, my friends. Big thanks for everyone for watching. Big thanks for all of my Patreon subscribers for supporting me and giving me more motivation to do more and more for you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and I will see you guys very, very soon. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye for now, my friends.